The truth is, I'm depressed. My name is Alyssa, and I don't really know what I'm doing, but I just want you to listen, I guess. I try to post a lot of positive things here on my TikTok because the world is full of chaos already. Sad stories, you scroll by and you shed a tear and you move on, you laugh at the next one. But I decided maybe it's time for me to be real and raw, and maybe I can look back on this in a few months and things will be better. The truth is, I'm depressed. I feel like I am in a hole that I cannot escape. I'm in a hole, the water is pouring in, and I don't know how to swim. It is what it feels like. I am at a crossroads in my life. I don't think there's one thing that I can say that I am sure of. I'm feeling very scared. And it takes a lot for me to admit that, because years ago I escaped an abusive relationship, and I thought to myself, I did it. I made it to the other side. But little did 24-year-old me know there were going to be a lot more mountains to climb. There were going to be a lot more other sides. When I think about my life, I think about it in two parts. I think about it in the parts where I was abused, and then I think about it in the part where I got out. But to think about life in that way is so one-dimensional, when really there are so many trials and tribulations that we go through. I'm in a place right now where there have been nights, last night included, I've laid in the bed with my husband and just cried in his arms. And I just wonder, when is it gonna get better? Because I'm scared. I'm scared because I don't know what's going to happen. The fear of the unknown will eat you alive. I will tell you that right now. Being in the unknown is probably some of the scariest times of your life. But I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she said, I have been where you have been many times. Stuck in between two worlds, two lives, and not really knowing where you're going to go. But you got to kind of think of it like a waiting room, and just know that things don't last forever. And I think so many of us get into this limbo, and we get so scared, and it's so hard for us to understand there is more. There is more to come. You haven't lived some of the best days of your life yet. And I think about my son and what his life would be like without me. And it almost seems selfish for me to feel the ways that I do. There is one reason why I wake up in the mornings, and that is my son. My son has been with me through the hardest moments of my life. I was with his dad for 10 years, and it was an extremely abusive relationship from the ages of 14 to 24. And it was full of emotional, mental, and even at the end, physical abuse. And a lot of times I feel so much guilt because I allowed us to live that way for 4 years of his life in such a horrible relationship. I often feel guilty about that too. But I was so young. But at the end of the night, when I put that baby in his crib, and the next morning when I woke up and I saw his face smiling at me, I knew I had a reason to keep going. You have to find your reason, and then you have to decide to keep going. And I heard a quote from Mel Robbins. It said, your excuses are endless, but time is not. So it is time for me to be honest with myself and be honest with the choices I've made in my life and be honest in the ways that I want to live, because right now I'm not fulfilling the ways that I want to live. My career is making me depressed. That's not the way I want to live. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to live my life in this job that I don't feel aligns with who I am anymore, and I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm living in fear, and I'm letting that fear control me. I'm letting the fear control me because I don't know what's going to happen. Fear will control your life if you let it. And right now I'm letting it. But that changes today. And I hope that you're brave enough to make that decision too. Because you're worth it. And I like to think that I'm worth it. Stop letting fear control you, because you're always one decision away from a new life. And I hope that you have the courage to create the life that you want. We all have the power to do it. We just have to try. As always, blessed be and namaste. Thank you for being here with me, guys. Much love.